Hello, it's Dr. Leo Kormanik with Running Rehab. Today I'm going to go over calf walkovers, which this is the foundation for running mechanics and also all plyometrics you should be doing. This video is really important in understanding simple mechanics for running, and it's one easy thing you can do to just dramatically improve your efficiency and strength with form. Okay? So the basic idea is that if you're looking at me from the side, the swing leg, so the leg that's coming through, is basically, the idea is you're going to walk over your opposite stance leg calf. Okay? The reason why this is important is, one, it teaches you how to compress your swing leg so that it's like an accordion essentially. So when you're coming from here to here, it's like an accordion compressed, and that's an efficient movement, and I'll describe a little bit more into that as to why that's important here in a second. But basically, you're going to compress it, walk over the calf, and come down through. One of the biggest things that is missed here is what's called dorsiflexion of the ankle, which basically is drawing the toes up towards the shin. So when the foot is leaving the ground when we're running and we push off, instantly what has to happen is the swing leg, the toes come up towards the shin and the leg drives straight forward. Okay? Now the exercise is simple, right? So you're basically going to just walk over your calf like this. Just simple. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my knee high enough so that this foot goes over this calf. You're kind of imagining you're like stepping over that, like a barrier there. Okay? And like I said, this is the foundation for a lot of different plyometrics. Like if we're going to do a skip, we're going to go like that. And we're going to have the idea that we're sort of getting, or B skips, that we're getting the foot up and over. Now, from a little bit of a slow motion perspective, when we're running, what we're doing is, like I said, when this leg pushes off, the leg comes up and it compresses, and then when you dorsiflex your foot, that helps to encourage strong hip flexion, because the shin muscles here are yoked to the hip flexor. So when I'm here, and if I bring my toes up towards my shin right when I push off, then neurologically I will bring my leg all the way up in one motion. This kind of seems like a duh thing, but actually what's happening is really profound, because most people, when you slow down their form, will do this. They will bend their knee first, then drive their leg up. And that creates this drag on the hips and drag on the back. And it's super inefficient. So one of the easiest things you can do to prove your form is, right when the foot leaves the ground, contract your toes towards your shin, drive your knee straight up, which is like triple flexion essentially. Flexion of the hip, flexion of the knee, flexion of the ankle. All right? That compression is really profound in running. So once you master that, that's really an important thing, okay? So that's the mechanics. So a lot of biomechanists will do this, or people that work with form. What they're doing, what they'll say is just walk down, 30, 40 meters, just like this, calf walkovers, to just get the mechanics down, right? Of learning how to bring the toe up towards the shin, compress the leg, and then once you kind of feel like you've mastered this motion, which is actually shockingly hard, it's really strenuous on the hips, but the hips and knees and everything, but once you've mastered that, then you can add it into plyometrics. See, a lot of people will do plyometrics a little bit lazy and kind of let their foot relax. You cannot let your ankle and foot relax. You have to bring your toes up towards your shin. That's why I'm doing it barefoot, so you can see how much contraction is happening in the front. That is really profound. So again, if I have a bunch of contraction up front here, that spring loads my Achilles, so that when the foot hits the ground, my Achilles is spring loaded and I just pop right off the ground. It's the reason why when you watch runners on TV, it looks like they're running effortlessly, because they're learning how to tense the right muscles so that right when they hit the ground, they just pop right off with free elastic energy. But if your foot is relaxed when it's in the swing phase, you are not developing any tension in the Achilles and through the knee, and then you won't get that free energy, okay? So it's really important to learn these calf walkovers. And I would suggest a couple times a week, just doing this for 5-10 minutes at a time, to just like walk down the track or walk down like you know, like a grass surface like this, preferably barefoot, to just really master that mechanic. So to stay nice and tall through the spine, really bring the knees up, really contract the toes up like this. So again, like I said, I would do this a couple times a week. It would be really good to do prior to plyometrics, like some of your A's and B's and karaoke's and stuff, box jumps, sprint drills, like hill sprints, all that. It's really good to do prior to that to tell the brain how to use the leg correctly. Okay, thank you.